this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead. Well, I've now basted the attic window quilt. The wadding batting I use, let's see better here, is 6 ounce polyester wadding batting, and it's 54 inches wide. So I would have to piece either way to get it wide enough. So I don't piece until I've quilted the middle bit up, because what's the point in having a big bit of wadding batting there to get into a small part of your sewing machine to do the middle. So I do the middle bit first and then add to it, and I'll be showing you exactly how I do that. Now it's just a matter, because it's 54 inches, and basically I put it all behind the window part. So now I'm going to stitch in the ditch to help secure it round this window. Now, if you don't want your stitches to show on the back of it, then by all means use some soluble thread, because that will hold it while you quilt it, and then you can wash it and those stitches will wash out. But I quite like the idea of it's going to be roughly the windows on the back of the quilt. So I'm just using my normal ice cord thread. I have bought a large spool of it because I use the white an awful lot. Is this white or cream? But I've also got different other colours out, may or may not use. But I'm going to thread my machine up now and start stitching in the ditch. I was going to use my necky, which is got an 11-inch throat space, but I thought, no, I want to show you that it can be done on a normal sewing machine with a 5.5 6-inch throat space. I could have done it on Simon. I pieced all the quilt top on Simon My Simplicity, but using that, it has a tendency of movement because it sits on the top of the desk. So I thought, I'm going to use my vintage new home that I used to do all my quilting on, and as you can see, that's not a very big throat space. It's the normal size, 5.5 6 inches from the side to the needle, and that should be sufficient for quilting this. It is a bit squashed, as you can see, but it is doable. I'm more or less exactly at the centre of the quilt. I'm going down the side and then just across the windowsill, and then jumping across and doing again exactly the same. Where I was going to put this camera, I don't think it's going to do. It might do from the other side. I'll try. But just make sure that you've got it nice and flat round your needle, and that's all that you need to do, as long as this is the only area you have to bother about. I've recorded this one before, but because I was in the middle of the quilt, you couldn't see it mounted up around it, so I'm recording it again. Now I've put the sides, I've extended the wadding batting, and I'm doing this last strip of window panes. I fully quilted the the rest of the window panes. But I'll go through exactly how I did it. I've got it threaded up and I've still got my normal presser foot on and my feed dogs are up because I'm just stitching in the ditch. I have wound loads of bobbins so that it's easy for me to just replace a bobbin than actually winding one and putting it in. I've got them all there ready. Right, and basically I don't use gloves when I'm quilting because I don't like them, so I just use some hand cream, and that seems to work well for me. Line it up where you want it to go, and because I've got these windowsills, I want to go across the bottom of the windowsill that's next to this brown and then up. So put your foot where it wants to be, where it needs to be, drop your needle down, bring it back up, and then you can bring your bottom thread up. Drop your needle again where you want it to be, and then you can lift your presser foot and get your threads out of the way. Right, because I'm going along and stitching in the ditch along these sides of the windowsills, just turn your work very slightly, drop your foot again, oops, I've got it on zigzag. I want it off that, don't I? I'll sort that out in a minute. But drop your foot, back stitch a couple, and that'll lock your stitches. And then just go along where you want it to go. As close to the ditch as you can get it. And then it's just a matter of, once I've gone along the diagonal bit, I can turn the work back and carry on straight. It's a lot easier doing this not in the centre of the quilt. Thread's still there. And back stitch a few to lock your stitches. And then lift your needle and your presser foot and move it to the next direction, because there's no point in trying to cut all your ends and that at the moment with this stitch in the ditch, because the quilt's in your machine and you haven't got the space. So I'll leave them until the end and then I cut them off. So drop your needle again where you want it, turn your work just slightly, and I don't know if you can see there, down. I should have back tacked at the start, but and then go down, and I'll finish these others off and then bring you and show you how I have quilted it.